Hello, Tommy. Hello, everyone who's here. Whether you're here live, the 9 of you who are here live right now, or you're watching the replay, I would love you to say hello in the chat. Cheryl is here in Southern Oregon. I am in Germany, where the most right-wing government in a good long time has just been elected. Hello, Rachel. Hello, dear friends. And not only that, it's Kira's birthday. It's my wife's birthday, and we've had a nice day. And I asked Kira today, who should we draw? And her first choice was said, "Oh, you should draw my mum," but she wouldn't like it, so don't draw mum. Hello, Kiki. So we're not drawing Kira's mum, but we're going to be drawing Amy Taylor Cabaz. Amy is a matrescence activist, and Kira has just completed a matrescence coaching training program with Amy, and had like her final examination call with Amy last week, and Kira is very motivated and inspired. And we can talk a bit about matrescence. Let me know, anyone in the chat, if you've heard the term matrescence, if you know what it means, or if you can imagine what it means. Hey Cindy, happy birthday to Kira. Yay, happy birthday, Kira. That's actually why the live stream is later today, because she has friends over. I put all the kids to bed, they are asleep, and now we're going to draw together for a bit. So I'll be, as I have been doing the last few days, I'm going to be doing a line drawing, and you can join me. You can draw however you like, really. And it's going to be going here on my pencil spread. Natural childbirthing is a wonderful thing. So matrescence, hello Dale. Let's start drawing. I'll put a timer on. Oh, it says 20 minutes. I'll reset it. I'll put 10 minutes on, and then maybe another 10 minutes. So matrescence sounds a bit like adolescence, doesn't it? And this is a bit of a dark live stream because one of my kids is asleep in the bed here. So I hope he stays asleep. It's darker than usual. It's the process of becoming a mother. Like adolescence is kind of the process of becoming an adult. And where I'm talking about adolescence now. I'm sure Kira will be able to tell you much more about it, and I'm sure there are many wonderful podcasts. But for a bit of context, Kira is a yoga teacher and a university teacher for English didactics in Germany. And Kira was doing a PhD when she became pregnant with our firstborn. And then that was kind of put on hold for a while, and the vision of the doctorate was kind of put on ice. And then with becoming a mother and the complete reshaping of our lives, Kira kind of realized this PhD business is not really, doesn't feel like the right fit at the moment. She still works at university, and she's a yoga teacher, and becoming a mother led her to focus on perinatal yoga, pre and postnatal yoga, for her own body, and also the body of all those who have ever been pregnant. And it's been interesting. I've learned a lot over the years. We talk about all sorts of things, and it was interesting in becoming a mother that Kira's focus in her work went ever more to mothers. And so matrescence is like the whole, everything surrounding the reforming of the self into becoming a mother, and how it's there's so much about it. And I think from what I've heard from Kira, that Amy's story, who we're drawing today, that Amy was a successful journalist and became a mother and realized that the career and the mothering were like these two competing drives, and how it was difficult to navigate, I guess. And particularly in Australia, more so than Germany, there's not a lot of like, let's say, societal, institutional support for becoming parents. Yeah, and it's kind of like an underappreciated task in society, although it's essential and everyone was given birth to. So it's like a core part of being alive as a being on this planet that is human or any other animal. And it's just kind of like no one. I've just really listened to a really cool book which is kind of dealing with some of the same issues, called The Evolved Nest, by Dr. Dacia Navarez, I think is her name. Yeah, and it's just talking about how we as mammals, how we in nature have, we have every creature, every animal has its niche and ways of living, and in some way like a society, even if we don't necessarily think about it like that. And there is a support for the creation of life in all sorts of different societies, and it's super interesting in this book because it has all these beautiful stories from the animal kingdom, or the animal world rather, about the way these different animal societies raise their children together, and how a lot of it's interesting. This is a bit of a roundabout thing, but there's a lot of things to talk about. As I mentioned, the new election today in Germany of the most right-wing government in a long time. There are a lot of issues in society, let's say, and a lot of fears and mechanisms of control that seem decoupled from nature and life and growth and love and community, and the place of creating and raising life and nurturing. I'm just kind of piecing things together here, but I'm thinking that maybe this part of this matrescence activism and bringing awareness to the wonderful role of mothering, the importance of it, all that it entails, that if there was societally and kind of in more nature-connected societies, let's say, there are still a lot of really vibrant traditions of community raising of children, and it's really interesting. This Evolved Nest book has been really amazing. I've been listening to it the past week. And just thinking of different ways, like I and many of us, I imagine, have been, we're raised in this kind of Western work-oriented society, which has certain ideals and values certain things above others. And yeah, what am I trying to say? There are a lot of things that could be dealt with more compassion and kind of understanding of our personal, inter-family relationships, and provide support for all to flourish and thrive. Wouldn't that be a great thing? I think if that was more of the case, then hi Terry, good afternoon. Then perhaps just in general, if people felt more supported, right? Surely the current international geopolitical situation, like if there was more of a sense of support, which I think can begin from the beginning, then perhaps there could be more of a sense of thriving and flourishing together, rather than the a lot of what's going on at the moment. But at the same time, all these things are going on, there is also great beauty in the world. It was a sunny day here. We have our kids. We went swimming with them today. We went for a walk with our friend's dog. And all these nice things happened at the same time that the election was taking place, with these results, which, it's going to be interesting to see in the coming time what that's going to mean for everyone. And this is not happening in isolation, and everything's kind of interconnected. So the role of, something that we, before we had kids, we had friends. So this was about 10 minutes, my line drawing. How's everyone feeling? Maybe thinking back to matrescence, the idea that there's this kind of expectation, or I don't know if there is an expectation. It's kind of like no one really knows what they're in for before they have kids. Because at least the way I was brought up, there was kind of this separation. Like there are a lot of things where I didn't really see many, apart from in my childhood when there were other families around and stuff. As a young adult, there weren't so many examples of like how to be with children. So there's all these great books and all these great resources, and people have their experience that they share with each other. But you kind of start this new phase where it's possible that a lot of things that we identified with and we did, that they all change, and the need for sleep and rest and whatever we need for our kids to that all becomes the priority in our brains. I think there's actually stuff that kind of there's this hormonal shift, and there's all this stuff within us which reshapes like who we are. We kind of become different people, and there are very specific things that change and take place. And then if we then think somehow that we need to return to how we were before, that we need to be the same, whatever we were doing before, as we were kind of our independent selves, there's just so much that changes. And a lot of people find themselves like not knowing, like, why can't I do this? Everyone's been doing this forever. Like, we're all here because we have parents and ancestors, and then it can be really hard. And something that we have found, living quite far away from family, is when there's not a familial support group. We have some friends, but it's not the same as family. It can be challenging to find the support to be able to do many things. So you've got to figure everything out. And in a world which was kind of would be set up with the understanding of providing support to everyone, where and when and how they need it, everything could look quite different. So it's been interesting peripherally, gaining all these insights into matrescence and stuff that's has such a significant role in so many people's lives. And so yeah, this is Amy Taylor Cabaz, and this was Kira's wish on her birthday that we draw Amy. And yeah, it's interesting now. So Kira has just done this in addition to... So pretty much a lot of Kira's practice and her yoga practice shifted towards mothers. And this becoming like a matrescence coach to be able to, guide and... I'm not even really sure what that means yet. What does it mean to be a coach? But just to be able to... Kira's found herself in a situation working with all of these new mothers that a lot of them have very similar kind of challenges and new kind of awareness, new situation, shared challenges, and something that, like in the, she kind of facilitates these exchanges where people are able to say what's up at the moment, and a lot of people are kind of going through the same thing, and then they're surprised to hear that everyone else is going through it too. So this is interesting to think of it in. This is through the lens of this matrescence, but it's I feel like it's relevant to so many things. Just a thing of a shared experience and having a support network and a community. And it's so great to have community. I really appreciate all of you, all the drawing we get to do together. It's really cool. And I have found a great kind of comfort in knowing that all these people are out there drawing all these faces, people that share a lot of ideas, also shared or have different and varying ideas, and everyone has their own experience, but everyone's part of this world and this life. We have the gift of being alive on this planet at the same time, and and it's nice to have that in focus, to be able to value that. And I feel like the work that Amy's doing and Kira is doing, it's very much one of community and support and fostering understanding. I feel like I'm about done for this one of Amy. That was about 16 minutes. And happy birthday, Kira. And Amy, should you ever happen to see this, thank you for the work you're doing in the world. And thank you to all of you for being here and drawing with me. It's been pretty toned down. As I said, my kid is asleep here and he's kind of restless, so that may be because I'm here with the light on and talking, but I've tried to keep it pretty subdued. Drawing hand emoji, if you've made it to the end of this. I would love you to tag me on Instagram. You can also tag Amy Taylor Cabaz. And if you're interested in the mummerizing movement, which is this matrescence awareness coaching and facilitation, it's pretty interesting. And if you're not already, I would love you to join the Discord server. So I'll just grab the link and put it in the live chat. Cheryl, first drawing hand, thank you so much. I saw that people shared new references on the Discord server after I mentioned it yesterday. So check that out. I'd love you to share some selfies if you would like to be drawn. Always looking for great photos of great people to draw, and you're all great. So come on over to the Discord. I'm trying to get the link. Here we go. So you can join. Tommy, you're very welcome for these serious thoughts. I have a lot of serious thoughts. I'm fairly happy a lot of the time and joyful, especially when I'm drawing. I'm usually in a pretty good mood when I'm drawing and when I'm here with you. But yeah, there is a lot to think about, and I appreciate being able to share with you, and I hope that just talking about these things, that we're able to help each other out, and contribute towards creating a world where we're able to thrive together, and realize that we are part of an interconnected system, with all living beings, with the rabbits who I'm about to put to bed, and the birds who have come back out because the sun is shining, and the flies who have come back because it's warm. It's all we are all interconnected, and I think it's good to take care of each other. Not everyone thinks that, but I still think that even though some people may not be aware of the fact that it's good to take care of each other. And yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for drawing with me, listening to my thoughts as we draw. And we'll be back here tomorrow, an hour earlier. And I have some mentorship calls tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. Can't wait to speak with you, dear mentorees. It's an honor to be able to join you through your creative processes. Take care, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again, Amy, and happy birthday.